ever just had that special someone that brought that shine in your eyes? Yeah. No. I guess that most of you guys here have a bae, right? My bae happens to be my car. My car is something much more than an automobile because I see it as a precious reward that contributes a lot into my everyday life. Car use for all youth can vary in many significant ways. First, I'll discuss of the car and its impact on the student-commuter culture and how I identify myself within that culture. The car has transformed and organized social life. It is something that's a big part in social routines and offers management of security, privacy, and interactions. I believe this object is tend to see like it brings friendships closer because you're able to go wherever, whenever you want. Not like when you were younger, maybe like the biggest problem was finding a ride or how am I gonna get there? Who's gonna pick me up? And then now it's just a quicker way, and you won't ever have that problem anymore. Therefore, I believe that the car facilitates sociability and helps maintain and extend friendships. Those of you who own a car can relate to the personal meanings created with these social routines. And the car is also seen as something very materialistic that is used in many ways. For example, going to work, going to school, or simply just picking up any necessities. The car itself is a necessity because nowadays it is the quickest way to take you from point A to point B. To be more specific, a factor in the youth culture are students who commute to class. Based on a survey conducted by the financial services company, Sally Mae stated that 51% of freshmen live at home. And then another study by the U.S. News stated that in the year 2012, it reached to its highest percentage, which was 89% of freshmen who were commuting rather than living on campus. The primary reason for this very high percentage, it is because the cost of dorming. Dorming, it just adds another payment along with the expenses of being a college student. For example, like still having to buy the books and the stuff for your dorm, it's just another thing added into your plate. And according to the U.S. Department of Education, students who actually commute to class save up to $6,000 a year. And with that said, yes, that means that all that driving, your gas tank is gonna suck up your wallet. Wait, did I say that right? Or your wallet's gonna be sucked up by your gas tank. But the cost of gas does not compare to the cost of living on campus. Therefore, I think the car is the main function behind the culture of students who commute. I identify myself within this culture because I'm a student commuter myself. I do not live nearby, I live down in the valley, which is not that close from here. So, and then with that, like at first I was going to dorm, but due to financial expenses, I wasn't going to be able to, I knew I wasn't going to be able to afford it. Therefore, a car was a must-have in order to attend CSULA. At first, dorming, I was looking forward to dorming, so I was disappointed because I feel like I'm not going to get that college experience that everybody usually talks about. And then also, how many of you guys commute? I'm pretty sure you guys have so many fears of like making that social circle because you usually only see your friends during class time. And also, you won't be so interactive with the school or you won't know about the incoming events because usually you're only here for class time and then once it's done, you go back home and do something else. And also, let's not forget the traffic. Like having to wake up like 3 hours early before my class starts because no one ever knows how traffic is going to be. And then parking, like that's a whole different struggle. And then also like along with this, like there's also some stuff that it's a good thing about commuting. Say with traffic, like you're stuck in your car for a whole hour, you know, like you could jump out to your favorite song and then like no one's gonna tell you to shut up because like you don't sound good. Like some of the people may look at you weird, but like who cares? And you can also memorize your whole albums in your car, like me. I know I did. And then also the avoidance of freshman 15, because you're able to go home to home cooked meals rather than being tempted to buy food here that's always like the cheapest and the most good looking food is always like the most fattening and the most greasiest. And also two other things that I think I would face as a student commuter, which I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to, would be making procrastination that much easier because you have extra time on your hands. And also the balance of how much you're actually willing to spend extra time on campus in exchange for going back home and doing any other activity. In my situation, the car was a necessity in order to get me to where I needed to go for my education. I see this as a reward because I know that it was well earned, and my parents went out of the way to come and help me make this kind of dream come true because it's what I wanted. And as a kid, one always envisions that day when they get their first car, and it's like in the front yard with the big old red bow like in the movies and everything. I think it just made me so much more responsible because it helped me manage my expenses, and knowing that I keep in track with the expenses that come from like having a car. You have to always like pay for monthly bills and everything. It gives me such a gratifying feeling because I know that it is preparing me throughout the growth to my adulthood. The use of a car is the base for many situations in anyone's life. I discussed of the car and its main role behind the student-commuter culture, and now how I can identify myself in this culture. For me, it is seen as a golden medal and a huge part of my life as a college student. Many of you may have hard eyes for a special someone, but that shine in the car is what sparks up my happiness.